is your girl Red Diamond, and you're watching BBWTV1. This week's topic is tips on finding a good man or a woman. Um, First of all, I'm probably the last person to give advice on relationships, but I can only speak from my experience and things like that. The first thing I would say, the first tip is to always be yourself, no matter what. Um, there's been plenty of times you probably have found somebody or thought you found the right one, and they try to change you from who you are. And you can't let nobody do that to you, and you can't try to change somebody either. You have to meet somebody and love them for who they are, and they have to love you for who you are. So I feel like you don't want a fake relationship, or a relationship based on lies. So you must be yourself, no matter what. Um, the second thing I would say is, um, you gotta love yourself first before you can actually have a successful relationship with another person. You have to love yourself and love who you are, and be confident about yourself and in yourself, and confident enough to know that you can get that person and keep that person. And you have to be willing to make it work. You can't just run out every time a few things get hard, a few things don't go your way. And that's my problem, because I'm spoiled. And you get so used to everything being how you want it and going your way, and you don't want to give somebody else a chance, and that's not right. Let's see. The next tip I would say is, when you meet somebody, don't settle for less than what you want. Just because you're a big person does not mean that there's not a sexy. If you're a man, it don't mean that there's not a sexy skinny female or beautiful female that don't want you. And if you're a woman, it don't mean that it's a sexy man out there with a sexy body that don't want you. That's not true. Just because you big does not mean that you have to have another big person to be in a successful relationship. You can date who you want and however you want to date. You just have to know what you want. Like I said, be confident and be determined to get what you want. Don't just let somebody tell you, oh, you can't get him and this, that, or you can't get her. Don't listen to that. You have to try, because you never know if you don't try. Um, see what else. The next tip I would say, um, I don't know. It's since it's 2010, dating now and dating back then has changed like so much. People used to literally go out on dates. Now people really don't just date like they used to. It's either, oh, come over, let's kick it. You end up having sex or whatever. You end up going to the club, meeting, drinking, partying. It's more like that. It's not like it used to be, like, well, if somebody knocks on your door and comes to pick you up for a date, brings you home, drops you off, they go, you kiss goodnight and go their separate ways. People don't really date like that anymore. And I like that type of dating. You know what I'm saying? If it's a nice romantic date and they can drop you off, and you know what I'm saying, I think that's a good thing, because it lets them know that you're not just looking for one thing. Honestly, I think most men nowadays are more into just looking for sex, but just to let them know that you're more than that. Let them drop you off at your front door and go their separate way. Call them when you get home, or call them the next day. Just date for a while. Don't just jump into having sex, or jump into making love and all that stuff, because sometimes things go faster than what you want them to go, and sometimes you can't control your feelings and stuff like that. So I would just say, take it slow. Take your time. Um, I know about that because I'm used to jumping into relationships and things like that, but I have learned to take my time and slow down and wait for what I want. Because I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with being picky. I don't think there's nothing wrong with being picky at all, because it doesn't mean that you are conceited or anything. It just means that you confident in yourself and you know what you want and you know who you want and you know what you don't want. And there's nothing wrong with it. So I think those are all the only tips that I have. If any of you have any tips, leave a video response, or if you want to post your video on our channel, hit me up and let me know. We do take guests Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So you're more than welcome to do a video for the channel or post your response or anything that you would like to do. So I think that's about it. See y'all.